Hi, it's Tuesday, I'm told, and I was having trouble coming up with any inspiration to get online and do this because I don't know why. I guess it's harder to vlog than I thought. It's not hard, it's not subject material or anything or talking. God knows I don't have any trouble talking. But I didn't know exactly what I was going to talk about, and I just didn't feel like it. I wanted to play my game. So, but anyway, today I thought I would tell you the story of Taffy. And that means the real Taffy. Taffy was a Pekingese dog that I had, and she was so beautiful. And we had her from a little puppy, and she was the cutest thing. And she would always, like, if you went in the bathroom, she hated closed doors. So if you shut the door, she would freak out, and she would always open the doors. That's the thing. And whenever you saw her, she would just give you one little lick on your nose as like an acknowledgement. And she was kind of chill, like more chill. She wasn't like hyper and had the zoomies like some other dogs. She was incredibly gentle, incredibly sweet, and just incredibly beautiful. And we lived in our old house, and then we moved to Massachusetts, um, to this awful place called Reading. Yeah, not a big fan. Anyway, um, uh, we moved there, and it was a little hard taking care of all. It was very like, uh, just no. It was like a whole nother story entirely. But one day we decided to take the dogs and go to the store, to the grocery store, and in the grocery store, my husband went, and I was a lot fatter back then, so like walking around the grocery store wasn't really something I would want to do. Even getting in my apartment at that time was very difficult. I'd go over that in another video, but we took all the dogs and went to the store, and of course that motherfucker's gonna call right when I'm like doing this, but I was in the car singing and just having a great old time, and when we got home, we had found that we left her at home and she was on the porch waiting for us. And she ran across the street to greet another dog, and it was a very busy street. And she died. Yeah. And I think it was the only time in my life that I ever said, give her back, give her back. I just remember screaming, give her back. I remember that the food I ate that night tasted like nothing. It tasted like cardboard. And I felt so responsible. And every time I go to a grocery store, whenever I sing, I feel really crappy. But, yeah, to honor her, I, I chose that name for my channel so that every day I can remember her. That was really tough. Um, so yeah, me and my husband both felt and are responsible for the fact that she's not here anymore. And all my husband could say was she didn't even eat breakfast. It was just probably the worst day. It was one of the worst days of my entire life. And I had more loss right after that, but that's not for this video. And that was an even bigger loss, actually. Um, so yeah. That's the story of Taffy. So I use her name because I love her, and I'm so sorry, little girl. I think of all but just a couple things I've ever done. It made me feel worse than that. So I use that word every day so that I remember. It's just one of those things, you know? Anyway, I seem to be very cryy the last couple days. Again, it's probably the fucking cortisone. But I wanted to tell you. The story of Taffy. Because names have power. And every time that I say it, it's just a little bit of, I guess, contrition, I suppose. And love. It's a big mess of stuff. My dog Jedi, he has asthma, so he goes oh, honk honk whenever he gets like really excited, or sometimes when he sleeps, he snores really loud too. But yeah, that's the story of Taffy, and and we've had dogs since, and we have a dog named Miku, and she is a Pomeranian. I call her my irregular because we did get her from a pet store, which I know a lot of people say is a no-no, but I don't know, something called me and I felt really bad she was there and I just had to. But anyway, she is fluffy and sometimes I mistakenly call her Taffy, and I don't know how to feel about that. But anyway, I guess I'm just getting all my sobbies out out of the way, I guess. Once the cortisone wears off, I'll probably be back to my happy old self. But I thought it was a good thing to tell whoever's listening about my beautiful dog Taffy, and how much I loved her and how much I always will, and oh my god, how sorry I am. Oh, fuck. So anyway, I'll see you guys tonight in probably a happier fashion, but I wanted to honor Tabby and tell you that story and tell you how beautiful she was. I remember when we went to go pick her out, my neighbor was had a litter of puppies, and that's how we got her. And everybody else was like, all the other dogs were yip, 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 and she was just laying there sleeping. She was so chill and so gentle and so quiet and so beautiful. Oh, such a beautiful soul. So, okay, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Taffy, Cindy, whatever, signing out. Bye-bye, guys.